Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really sweet single-serve Nutella Valentine's box. And this box features the new Hey Love stamp set, which will be available in the 2019 Occasions catalog starting on January 3rd, 2019. So I love this stamp set. And this box is just a really sweet little Valentine's box. So let me show you how easy this is to make. We're gonna start with a piece of lovely lipstick cardstock that measures 6 by 4 1/4. You can get 3 of these out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. And along the 6-inch side, we're gonna score this at 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 5, and 5 1/2. Then I'm going to rotate it clockwise and score it along the 4 1/4 inch side at 1/2 inch, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. Next, we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. I have a template to show you here, and what we're going to first do is work on this bottom section here. First, I'm going to go ahead and remove this lower right corner square, but I'm also going to notch in slightly on this little 1/2 inch tab. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Then I'm going to cut up each of these vertical score lines, stopping at the first horizontal score line. Then I'm going to come in and notch those little tabs like you can see here on the template. Okay, now I'm going to flip this upside down here. And we're going to go ahead and remove these 2 corner squares. And I also notched in here on this little side tab. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut up these vertical score lines, stopping at the second horizontal score line. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and remove 1 square from each of those. And then notch those little tabs in. Okay, now this next step is up to you. I opted to have this box close into the back so that the front of my box would have this really nice finish. To do that, you want to remove this whole left section here. This would be the front of the box, so the tab would fold into the back. Now, if you wanted the tab to fold into the front, then you would remove this section. So that's completely up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and remove this section here. But I'm going to cut just to the left of the score line. We basically want to cut that score line away to give the edge of that box a really nice finish. Like so. Now I'm going to grab my detailed trio punch. We're going to go ahead and round the corners of this flap here. Just going to fold these sides out of the way so I can line up this right into the guidelines of the punch. And now our box looks just like the template. One last thing we're going to do is bring in the 1/2 inch circle punch. And in this section here, I'm just going to come in and put a little finger notch here to make it easy to open the box. I'm going in just about halfway into that punch. And then we have that little notch out there. I will have a picture of this template up on my detailed blog post. Now, before we put the box together, we're going to go ahead and do the stamping on the panel. It makes it easier to adhere the panel before we put the box together. So I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 2 inches by 2 1/2 inches. We're going to use the Hey Love stamp set. I love this stamp set for Valentine's for all ages. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus here. I've already set up the stamp set ahead of time because I am planning to make multiples of this project. So it makes it really easy to cut a bunch of these 2 inch by 2 1/2 inch pieces of Whisper White, then go ahead and just stamp them all. I'm going to use our Memento Tuxedo Black ink because we will be using our stamping blends. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. How cute is that? Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of coloring with Stampin' Blends. I have both the Dark and Light Lovely Lipstick and the Dark and Light Smoky Slate. So I'm going to start with the Dark Smoky Slate. I'm going to use the pen tip. Gives me a little bit more control with this little tiny skunk. I'm going to go ahead and color in the back of his tail and his back with the Dark Smoky Slate. The Light Smoky Slate, again, the pen tip, I'm going to go ahead and color in his body and his face. With the light Lovely lipstick, I'm going to color in his nose. And then with the dark Lovely lipstick, color in the hearts. Okay, I'm going to glue that to a layer of basic black that measures 2 1/8 by 2 5/8. And then we're going to glue this to the front panel of the box. Okay, now we can put the box together. I'm going to go ahead and flip it to the back side. I'm going to fold on the second score line from the left, place liquid glue along that little side tab. Then I'm going to close from the first score line on the right, and those should line up right where we want it to go, using our score lines to square up the box. And then for the bottom, this is our back. We're going to put in the 2 side tabs, then the back, and then we'll glue down the front section. And we'll go ahead and put in the single serve Nutella, and then go ahead and close the box. Oh, so cute. Okay, let's go ahead and tie a little ribbon across this before we do the final touch. So I'm going to use the Lovely Lipstick 1/8 of an inch grosgrain ribbon. We're just going to tie a knot around the box. So cute. And then for the finishing touch, I don't know if you noticed on this one, but I've added some of the fine tip glue pen to these hearts and the nose to make them a little shiny. Just a really cool element. So again, I'm just going to take the fine tip glue pen and just apply just a little bit of glue to each of those pink areas. And there you go. A sweet little Valentine's box to hold a single serve of Nutella. I love how this turned out. It would be really sweet to give for Valentine's gifts. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurement details and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. I have options to subscribe to both my monthly newsletter as well as my daily blog updates, and I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in earning a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, I'd love to have you join my team of Paper Pixies. And you can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.